Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane, the host you know, talking cornhole life and random fun. Grab a beer, let's get it done.
Sean, I can't do it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to have fun right now, but the Cavs look like shit. Herringbone is dead. I mean, this is brought to you by Draggin Bags, but hey, who knows? All right. Herringbone's going away, Sean. All right. So
if you want it, you better go grab
you
those.
got to snag them now. All right. Because
Dirty Dragons,
they have that herringbone on it. Go get them today over at dragginbags.com. But again, like the world might be ending. I mean, so like I can't even right now. Yeah. So the song was just, it was stewing me, and I couldn't get through it. But again, go to Draggin Bags. Get yourself that herringbone shit before it's gone. All right, go pick it up today.
Or
they
just
have other fantastic bags.
Yeah, or
as well,
just embrace the loss and start adjusting to something new.
Bingo.
And better.
Yeah, exactly. Like world's greatest cornhole bag,
Power
Dragon, Double Dragon X. Like they got all the sauce.
The list goes on.
Bingo.
Well, yeah. Anyways, welcome back to yet another episode.
Yeah,
of Big Ass
sorry, I
Podcast.
came in hot right off the rip, but it was
we're here.
It was needed.
Sean and Dane, as always.
Yep. Hell yeah.
How are you, man?
I've been better, Sean. All right. Cavs are down 2-1 right now. We are trying to battle, and it's not happening.
Full honesty, when I book guests, I kind of don't pay attention to playoff basketball schedule.
Pissing me off.
So it's my bad.
Yes.
Cavs game is going to be on in the background during the interview and during this episode. Right now it's halftime, so you got our full undivided attention.
Yep.
There's going to be a portion of this episode where you might hear some random stuff in the background.
Yeah, you're just going to hear me fucking yell randomly.
Yeah,
I will try to not do it directly into the mic, but it's force of habit.
Dane does not have Tourette's, or neither do I. We're just reacting to what's off in the background.
Fucking Levert.
Yeah,
God damn it. You never once did it for us.
Okay, let's start there. So Cavs are down by 4. It's halftime. Game 5. Yeah, game 5.
Game
4. Game 4.
Yeah.
We're down 2-1. We look like absolute dog shit in both first and second game.
I mean, our star is 1 for 8 right now with 4 points.
Barely squeaked by. Barely.
Yes.
But that's the one thing that to me makes me feel better is that our star it had such a shitty first half.
Law of averages it tells you he should swing the other direction, but I mean, we'll see. We're going to need a 30-point half from Mitchell.
Correct.
So we'll see.
Hopefully he does it. Yeah. So I guess let's start off every episode like we normally do.
Sure.
Tell everyone what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called "What You Drinking." What you drinking?
I'm this angry and I'm not even drinking beer, Sean.
I know.
All right. I might have to grab one here soon though, just to calm me down.
I know.
But yeah, I'm just drinking water. Shout out to Bullet. You made me a delicious old fashioned last night at dinner.
And what did we have? Was it Tito's?
Popes.
Tito's?
Yeah, Tito's
and Popes.
If you guys ever see Pope's Bloody Mary mix,
I
get it. It's fantastic.
Can't speak highly enough on it. Yeah. I loved this
It's
stuff.
one of the best bottled ones I've ever tried. And I mean, you know me as a connoisseur of the fine Bloody Mary arts, and that one has been always stuck out to me.
Yeah, it's like the perfect amount of spice.
It's got a little smoke to it.
It's a little thick.
Yeah. It's just like that's what I love about it. Like it's over ice. It just gets the perfect consistency as that ice melts down.
I completely agree. It was very good. Yeah, I cannot say enough good things about that. And there's something nice to start your day off with. Just a little mixed
Dude, I was nervous about bringing it because like it didn't even dawn on me that we were getting over there at like before 9. Like, and we're all just like, fuck it. Like I held off until 9. I told myself like I'm gonna start prepping everything I need to cook and then I'll have one.
Yeah, we were almost like down a bottle of champagne before you guys got there. Yeah. We got to mom and dad's at like 8.
But you guys never opened the other one, which was a fancy ass bottle.
Well, because then I switched and then we were doing Bloody Marys.
And
I basically left there. All right, so this episode's gonna be all over the place, so it's not gonna be normal.
So, hey, God,
Are you too good for your home?
we're about to tell you what's going on in our cornhole lives.
Yeah.
So, in our favorite segment.
And then the next segment, we're going to be joined by Dr. Michelle Thompson.
Mish.
She has a new book out. So we're going to talk about the new book, what's new in the cornhole world, all that stuff. She's always been an awesome guest. We did a live event with her a few weeks ago. So I'm excited to talk to her. So she'll be at the end of this. But
Hell yeah.
I basically left brunch and had to go straight to T-ball practice.
Yes.
And then, and it just T-ball practice. Kids want to play on the playground. Then we had to run around, do some errands, get home.
You threw up twice.
No, my wife had been throwing around the idea of possibly going downtown to go see the new Navy ship that had been launched down there.
Yes.
And they were having a big event and there's stuff for kids to do. And it was Mother's Day. So I told her, listen, whatever you want to do, I'm down. You have to make the decision though. It's your day. You decide. If you want to just sit here and chill, I can do that really well too. If you want to go down there, that's fine. I will put a smile on my face and we'll go down there and we'll roll. You
won't even know I hate it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. One of those. And and I was fine with it. And Chrissy Berry were down there. So I'm we could go down and hang out. She decided no. So we just had a very chill yesterday afternoon, which was just very nice. Because Saturday was just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I woke up, we went to the West Side Market. You and my daughter Nora. Mm-hmm. Grabbed a bunch of stuff for brunch on Sunday.
Yes.
And then I had to go from West Side Market to a birthday party that was 3 hours long.
Yes.
Which was kind of cool. That was at Scene 75.
Yeah, which is it's a cool spot.
It's a giant, think of Dave and Buster's, only has legit laser tag, full go-karts, mini golf, all in the same building. Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Do they have bowling there too?
The mini bit.
Okay, duck pin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. The mechanical bowling. Yeah.
Yeah, because then there's another one called Main Event that has full on bowling.
Yeah,
with a full game room.
Yeah, so I mean it's one of those. So it was fine. We passed some time, and then we ended up meeting you for golf.
Yes.
So I met you for golf and
brought my wife out golfing for the first time ever. So she will be back.
I think it was the perfect situation. Because my daughter just rode with your wife in the cart.
Yep,
and then me and you could ride, and we played lightning fast. I couldn't believe it. By the time I looked up, I'm like, dude, we were done in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we ripped through it.
I'm like, holy shit.
And that was cart path only.
Yeah, that's true.
Had to hoof it over to the ball too. So.
Yeah, well, I did.
True.
Pretty much, consistently.
I was down the middle all day.
Fucking ridiculous. So we have a tournament coming up this Saturday.
Yes, we do.
I would say you're playing right up there with the best golf you've ever played.
Yeah, for sure.
You played very well with on Saturday.
Honestly, the new driver swing feels great. Yeah. And everything else after that is just kind of continued to improve. My wedge game is getting pretty
I'm convinced
damn good.
that there's something on the simulator that just doesn't like your swing.
Yeah.
Because then I see it in person in real life and everything is literally down the fucking middle. I had a couple
that reached 300.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I just don't understand how it
was fully my bad because most of your drives were going 260. So there was one that you went just in the rough and we knew where it was, the line it was on, and we pulled off to where we thought it was and we started walking around and I started walking the wrong direction. You start walking up the green, another 80 yards up, and then you find it. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, you piped that one. So no, you're playing very well. I'm excited to play Saturday.
For sure.
Every time.
It's a beautiful course, too. Fowler's Mills.
I like playing, and I like playing real golf. You know what I mean? Taking it seriously, taking the time. And every time I've gone to one of these, my scores have gotten better. And that's just my goal. Every time, just try to get at least one stroke better than last time. So my goal was to break 90 last time. I did that. So now I'm just trying to inch my way down.
I just keep two stats. I keep my scores and then my beers. So as long as one beats the last time I was out there, I feel like I won.
I mean, that's kind of impressive.
Right?
We did have Simulator League last week.
We did. Yeah.
It was a weird round because first of all, that course is really hard.
Yes.
Quail Hollow, the fairways are super narrow. We didn't have our best driving, but we did not have our worst driving performance either.
No,
we actually hit the ball pretty well. We just
didn't translate in the scores.
Yeah, just couldn't put a hole together.
Oh well.
Yeah. So
is what it is.
We got
not even mad at it.
One more week.
Yep.
One more week, wrap it up, and then it's full outside golf season.
I'm just gonna enjoy the outdoors and because we can finally go get 9 after work and stuff without it being
100%.
too dark. So I'm definitely game for the season outdoors to begin.
Yeah. So what did you think about when you first saw the post on social media about Herringbone?
Dude, I mean, not surprising. I mean, fabrics do die off, and
I was gonna say because this is more your world than mine.
Yeah, and honestly, that one doesn't have much versatility to it. In the fabrics world,
it's not worth it just for cornhole bags.
Yeah, like they're not using that outdoor fabric on cushions or anything anymore. So yeah, I mean it's just
the first,
but
it's the next in line of fabrics. I mean, there's been a bunch of fabrics through the years.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I haven't like gone on a deep dive, so like I'll use my connects and see if I can figure out anything. Like maybe it's just like access to what the guys typically buy from is closing, but there's like if looming companies don't die, they're still making it somewhere. So like you can figure it out. Might be impossible to get here now in the state of the world. So. You don't know, or people are just like the tariffs on that are fucking insane. I'm not bringing that in.
Yeah.
So it's not shocking to me. I think we're going to see a big shift in textiles here, like probably the next like 5 years. So I already see it in my world. You can't find a metallic linen anywhere.
I would argue though that most companies though have kind of made a big transition towards like other materials. Like besides BG.
Oh, again, I don't think like the well's going to run dry on a couple of the big hitters because those are very popular out in the world too.
Yeah.
Like, the Viewmont, like that is also just there's a reason why it was so hard to get before because it popped off and it's a good fabric. So like it works well in a cornhole bag and in real world applications. So, like that one's not going to go anywhere. I think like some of the other ones, like you might see. Well, so I'm saying like herringbone, like it's just gonna be the next one that's just like kind of fades away. But most people have kind of made that transition to like that hybrid carpet. Oh yeah. And again, the guys that have only ever thrown herringbone and like gotten to fall in love with only that bag, shame on you.
Yeah, I also have a hard time believing that like a guy like all right. So when I say herringbone, who's like what's the name that you think of right away?
Ethan Walker.
Okay, yeah.
Logan Chamberlain.
Yeah.
See, he might be.
I would say
nowadays,
more Gavin Cano than.
And Gavin, yeah. He likes his babies. Yeah, I mean, but again, I think the next step up when you switch to that hybrid level, I don't think it takes much adjustment.
Is Colin Hodet changing the game? Like for him having so much success recently, especially in singles, he's a roll guy, right? Like, I mean, he cannot throw like a slide bag, per se, like
everything's a bounce bag.
He does. And he throws it great.
Insane precision.
Ethan Walker, very similar.
Yeah.
He likes to throw a very sticky bag. I would say that Colin could probably throw a very sticky bag just as well, but he's kind of perfected it. So like, I have a hard time believing that maybe a guy like Ethan Walker wouldn't benefit from throwing a bag that maybe is a little bit more hole forgiving.
A little more slinkier, like melts in a little bit easier. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to have, and only a hair faster. Not that hard to adjust to.
No, and they slow down.
For sure. Yeah, you can get them to any speed you want. Especially if you find, the light colors. Those are the best.
Yeah, I mean, I get what I mean. Herringbone could get very dirty, very slow.
Yeah,
like very sticky. Like I get it, but again, I think that there's a reason that most people are trending towards like a more hole forgiving bag.
And I mean, it's super impressive to me that these guys are still like holding on to the whole herringbone thing.
Yeah.
Because like, we quickly saw like that OG like Viking carpet just kind of move its way on out because there's board conditions that it just didn't work on.
Yeah. Oh, and
herringbone's the same way, in my opinion. There's times that it's not a good material to throw.
Could not agree more. I mean, I think it's been
dying on that sword.
If you're new to the show, we don't talk as much about bags as we once did, but once upon a time we were like the bag people.
Yes.
And it was widely known that like I was just not a herringbone dude. Like there were not very many herringbone.
I got too many hangnails, man.
I just didn't throw them well. And historically speaking, back then, like I really did not throw that flat of a bag.
No,
now that I stopped throwing altogether, when I throw now, I throw a flatter bag than I ever have before in my life.
Yeah.
And I throw better now. Mm-hmm. Like if we would have gone to the open, like I feel like we would have done okay.
Yeah. We would have gotten some wins.
Yeah.
Which I'll take. Because I'd rarely, if any, like hardly ever play.
But it's crazy, like how you step away and everything. You stop thinking about it so much.
The game gets so much easier when you just step away and look at it from the outside. And you're like, oh Jesus, man, you're just chucking this bag in the hole. Like
Correct.
You've done it a million times. Just do it.
And I think part of it too is that when I'm throwing now, it's like there's no pressure.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm not trying to get better at something. Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I really don't care.
But all it takes is that first victory, and then you're like, yeah, I'm phenomenal.
Well, I'm still competitive. Like I still want to win at anything I do, but like it's not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to leave there being like, oh, damn, I need to go home and practice now.
You do have to practice, by the way. I'm just kidding. All right, should we just pause and then go get Mishan?
Yeah,
right,
we'll pause
this right now.
Bring Dr. Mishan, and we'll wrap it up.
Sweet.
That we're back. only it's better because Dr. Michelle Thompson's joining us. What's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's happening?
Good. First of all, congrats on the new book.
Thank you.
When did it come out?
Just at the end of April.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay.
All right. So how long did it take you to write? Like, how long has this been like a project of yours?
You know what? I feel bad even saying this. I'm just a really fast writer.
Please. I want to know.
Pretty quickly. It probably only took me a couple months, and then it goes to the publisher for editing, and then it was kind of a collaborative process. I kind of sent her just like a mind dump, and then she was like, I kind of like if you would structure it this way. So then I'd write some, and then she'd say, what if we do it that way? So I mean, overall, from start to editing being finished, it was probably like 3 or 4 months.
Okay. Is this something that, like, concept wise, you'd already wanted to write something on?
So my dissertation was on social connectedness in competitive cornhole. Okay. And I knew people don't want to read a dissertation. First of all, it's over 100 pages. Like, who the heck wants to sit there and read all that? But even all of my professors and everyone that had to approve my dissertation said, please tell me you're going to get this information out there in some way. I said, I think I would write a book. So the idea came from just making my dissertation findings like easier to read.
For sure.
Yeah. You don't have to read the
more digestible
version of it.
Yeah.
You have to, we'll use it, dumb it down.
Yeah.
Right?
Got dumb it down.
You got to dumb it down.
And then I had to throw in like the flair of my story of, losing everything in the fire, and then how cornhole kind of brought me back to a community. And that's obviously not going in the dissertation. So there's just pieces I could pull in from there.
For sure. So why do thousands of adults like obsess over tossing bags into a hole, but then like somehow feel emotionally better afterwards?
They're like, as a psychologist looking at this is kind of why cornhole was so intriguing to me when I first started, because there's so many things I'm looking at in terms of how it works. So for one, there's research that shows that standing side to side versus face to face it's easier to communicate. So like a lot of times couples will have deeper conversations in the car, right? Because you're not face to face. You're have that.
So like we naturally have done it for like 6 years now.
That's crazy.
Always we never faced each other. We've always been side
and our deep
to side.
conversations are never on the podcast. It's before we hit record.
Yeah,
it's exactly it. So there's research that shows that. So that's first thing.
Interesting.
I'm like, well, we're already oriented in a way in which you're more willing to talk to people.
Okay.
And then the pacing of the game is obviously conducive to have conversations versus other types of places you could go to meet people. And then there's the activity. So if you just went to a bar and you didn't know anybody, it's awkward. Like, what do you even start? So what do you do for fun? Or like, how do you start a conversation?
Yeah, correct.
Cornhole, that is the conversation, is the game. You could just say like, how long you been throwing, or like, what do you think of these bags, or anything. It's easy to start a conversation.
It's a natural icebreaker.
Totally.
Yeah, you can just nerd out.
Yeah, you can nerd out, but even I know when we first moved, because once we lost our house and we lost our community, we had to move somewhere else and we didn't know people. And it was a good way to get people to come over without being weird and creepy. You're like, hey, you want to throw bags? Like, do you guys play cornhole? Like, we're thinking of throwing some bags later. And that's not just like, do you want to come and sit and have dinner with me that you just met?
Also, it's never creepy when you ask. You just can't send your husband. All right.
It's both of us, like a team.
That's true. That's true.
So that helps a lot as well. So the pacing, and then the pacing of the game and the pacing in between games, right? There's always going to be times where you're sitting waiting for games. So that's also another time. And then the last piece is the way that it meets the needs of humans. So the theory that I like to use is self-determination theory. And it says that all humans have 3 basic needs. And that's relatedness, which is like social connection. It's competence, which is like feeling like you're getting good at something. And then it's autonomy, so free choice. And cornhole checks all those boxes. So it's automatically going to be something that improves the well-being of a human.
Interesting. It is very interesting.
That's the formula.
Look, I mean, wish I had it sooner.
Was there like a specific moment when you realized that adults in general are kind of like, for lack of better terms, like starving for connection?
Yeah, it was in my previous work when I was working with women in weight. They were so obsessed with their bodies and losing weight and how much they ate and how many calories they burnt. And no matter how many times I tried to get their mind somewhere else, they couldn't help but obsess over it. And I was like, man, you really need like to do something for fun, and like you need connection. You need like more than just your kids and your husband. Like you need more than that. But I never had the thing to tell them. They'd say, well, I don't really have any close friendships. I would hear that all the time. Like, I just don't really hang out with people. I'm just kind of a mom, and I go to work, and that's kind of it. And so it was like, once I found cornhole, I was like, this is the thing. This is the easy thing I could send people to if I had it back then and say, just go find a cornhole league.
Yep.
It's so true. I mean, that's kind of why, that's what started this whole journey.
For sure.
It's like we joined a cornhole league in Cleveland just to get me out of the house, because I was doing nothing and I was going crazy. Like I was literally taking care of kids, going to work, going home. And I was becoming that miserable dude that like no one likes, because I've always been social butterfly. Like I like interaction. I like being around people. My wife, polar opposite, like very introverted, would prefer to stay in. But as she's gotten older, she's definitely realized that, oh, I need to have something else.
You're
like,
an outdoor cat.
Oh, 100%.
You're an outdoor kid.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm an outdoor kid. Just let me
You gotta see the world a little bit. You'll find your way home.
I do.
You gotta,
you
gotta get outside for a little bit. I get it.
Correct. Yeah. So it was, it's definitely true. Like I definitely sought some sort of connection.
And for me, I'm just like a degenerate, like sports, like bar sports guy, or like just sports in general. Like
just any sort of competition.
Yeah. And I like, I don't know, like I knew cornhole was it. Our first tournament we went in, and you know, actually performed well, because we always did well in the backyard, like everyone says, the old journey, age old adage. But I think it was instant connection with it, because one, we had fast success, and then two, just like the accessibility.
Yeah,
like we met Adam Hissner. We're like, dude, we just saw you on ESPN.
Yeah,
we saw, like our first tournament. We're like, bro, like, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's very true.
Scratch my inner child itch, personally.
For sure.
Totally.
Speaking of that, so I was on Facebook, and you were reading like a passage out of your book every day, and the specific passage was about adults and playing, right? Why is it that we feel as adults, like why do we almost feel guilty for playing?
I know, right? It just becomes something that if you can fit it in, it must be nice to have it. Like, people don't know that it actually is crucial for your well-being. That's a hope what people can get from the book. I provide the research for that, but it just falls away because life responsibilities take over, and it's the all work, no play adage that you hear all the time. And people know they need balance, but they can't seem to find it because they're so burnt out and exhausted that the idea of doing something like play versus doing something like scrolling or watching TV, which, hey, they have their place, but it's not going to check the box that play does. And a lot of times we're so in autopilot and burnt out and exhausted that it just feels like too much energy to go and actually do something versus the kind of easy entertainment options.
And when we're talking about play, I just want to clarify, we're not talking about like you have to go play tag or something. You know what I mean? Like this can be cornhole league. This would be going to play 9 holes, like doing something you enjoy, correct? Something recreational. Should it be physical in some nature?
I mean, I think that you could scratch that itch with video games too.
Okay.
I think that's definitely possible. I think that it helps if it's with other people.
Okay. Logging out with your buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like it has its place. Now it gets tricky with video games because people do use it as a numbing agent. So you got to kind of have to know your reason. Is your reason for doing it to escape, or is it to connect? If it's to escape, it's going to create more problems than good. Or if you're one of those people who gets like super emotional and it becomes toxic, which happens in cornhole as well.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, I know.
Build a whole show around drama in cornhole.
It's very true.
That way though.
Is what is it like? So you're obviously cornhole and is about connecting with people, right? But like I go to work, right? And I connect with people all the time. What is it specifically about going to something that we enjoy versus work that has like you feel more connected with them? Because like I can go see somebody and join a cornhole league for 10 weeks, see him once a week, but like they're my buddy for life now. Mm-hmm. Compared to people I've worked with for 10 years. And I could give a shit
right
what's
off the
going
bat,
on
though, like as adults, like common interest is like the hardest thing to find, in my opinion. So like you already have that right off the bat.
Okay. Is that part of it?
So the word you're looking for there is belonging. In the workplace, I think that it's a little bit trickier to feel like you belong It's not really the playground for that. But if you can, every single human needs to feel like they belong somewhere. And so as soon as you walk into a cornhole room, hopefully you're in a good spot, because of course there's always the bad apples. But if you're in a good league, a good club, you're going to feel like you belong there. And that is why it's so powerful.
There's so many notes. I'm actually impressed.
Why is it that two like total strangers can become friends after seemingly after one game?
Yeah, that's that bond, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it creates that bond because you're coming together for a common goal. And so you automatically, the barriers come down. This is why I recommend it for workplaces and things like that, because if there is any kind of siloing where certain departments don't really like the other departments, or there's disconnection from CEO to employee or whatever, we'll go ahead and put those two people on the same cornhole team, and everything, all the judgment, everything has to fall away, because you have to win this thing. We're competitive humans. So you're I kind of have to cast all of the things I don't like about this person aside and come together to meet this goal. And so that's true of strangers too. So if there would have been judgment for that person for whatever reason, it kind of falls away, because you're we got to win. We got to do this.
Do you think there's a way to that play, I guess in quotes, can unlock some version of, I'm trying to think of how I want to phrase this. Can I unlock a way that normal conversation doesn't?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, you have kids, so you see this with kids, especially small kids. They'll go up to another kid, especially when they're 4, 5, 6 years old, and they'll be like, hey, let's just pretend that's a train, and we're blah blah blah, and they're in. The imaginary world is now open, and they are off running and playing, and it's it's no big deal. Whereas us adults, we're I don't know if I should smile or say hi to that person.
Yeah, they might bite your nose off.
Correct.
That's the world we live in.
Correct.
So extreme.
I think when it comes to cornhole too, if you and your playing partner that you never played with before step up and just have a great game that first time, I mean, you guys are coming back same instance. You have this false belief that you guys are the world's greatest partners. You've just found your missing piece, your glass slipper.
Friends?
Exactly.
So true. And whenever you see that person, you're automatically you're already in a good mood.
You remember that game?
Yeah. We had that one run 5 years ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's why don't we do a tournament get together?
What's also unique about cornhole is that you're typically, unless you're in a BYOP, always, unless that's all you play, your partners are also your opponents. So because you're switching, and that's a very unique thing. So if you look at another sport, typically it's a team versus a team. And so you're going to stick to your team. You're not really going to mingle with the other people, because that's the competitor. But you can't really have true competitors in cornhole, because eventually that's going to be your partner at some point.
Yeah,
keep
correct.
Going back.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we do tend to go to the well over and over. Do you think recreational or participating in recreational sports helps us communicate in daily lives better?
I mean, you can use it that way. I would hope so. I would hope that as humans, we use that as a ground to and get to know ourselves and how we respond. I will definitely say there are people who have shown up, and there's a side of themselves that could use some growth, and they don't use cornhole as an opportunity to improve that. I mean, they become kind of the negative Nancy in the room. But I think the vast majority will use these recreational moments as a way to bring out parts of themselves that haven't been brought out, have been suppressed, and then also parts that need to be developed and grown.
Do you think the majority of people go to let's say a cornhole event? Do you think they're going for connection or competition?
Competition. I don't think most people go in for connection. I think they find it as an accidental. And that's true of my research. When I did my dissertation and I interviewed the competitive cornhole players, they went in for, it was a multitude of reasons, but they came out with friendships, beyond moving those friendships outside of the cornhole room, going to each other's weddings, having dinner at each other's houses, camping together, kids are hanging out. That's a testament to, this is not just we're friends here in this room. We are actually friends in all senses of the word. And that's that's not true of all, like, I don't know, I think of like a book club. Like, I've never been in a book club, but I just don't see like people becoming like best friends in book club, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you do see a commonality across other sports too. Because like you like the quarterbacks club, like the Josh Allen and like that crew, like they hang out like all off season together.
Well, yeah,
like,
and
there's common ground. Like,
well, I'm even trying to think like the guys that I remained friends with, like from younger years, are all guys that like I played sports with. Mm-hmm. Like 100%. They really are. Like I mean, I would say like 99% of them are.
Because you go to war with them, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
trauma bonding.
I guess at some like primal level, yes. Like
sure.
if you want to go that deep, like that's another dissertation, Dane. Okay, that's a whole like another chapter, buddy.
Right.
Let's see how bad. Do you think it's like okay? I think this is kind of like a two-part. It's like the hustle culture ruining like the leisure activity world.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But the hustle culture it's interesting if you look at where it comes from. Most people, because I have an assessment people can take, it's the human assessment, and it tells you if you're missing what I call the 5 human needs, and one of those human needs is nurture. And what I have found is when someone doesn't have enough nurture, they become hustlers. And so I had almost 300 people take this assessment, and one of the most common traits is that hustling mentality. And if you really look at it deeply, and I have these conversations with people one-on-one, and they're telling me what's happening in their childhood, and it's not like we all have bad parents. Like everyone's parents nurtured the way that they could, but I would say the vast majority of people didn't get the childhood that provided the kind of nurture that they really needed. And so they just never learned how to provide that for themselves. So when they get burnt out, when they get exhausted, they keep pushing, they keep hustling, or when things aren't going the way they want, like, oh, I guess I just have to work harder. I got to double down. I got to push through. I got to.
It's like a primal fight or flight.
100%. Mm-hmm. And out of survival, because there's a lot of parents who are really hard on their kids, trying to bring out the best in them, and thinking if I'm really hard on them, and that will make sure that they never, get lazy or don't go to full potential. But I was talking to someone recently, and I said, what would it have meant to you, who was into sports? What would it have meant to you when you're just grinding at your sport every single day? One of your parents said, hey, do you need a break? And he was like, oh my God, that would have been everything to me if they would have noticed that I was so burnt out. But no, they're like, you got to be the best on the team. You got to keep going, keep grinding. And so I think so much of what we're seeing when we look at adults now and that hustle culture is they just never learned what nurture really is and how to be that or provide that for ourselves so that we can notice like, man, I just need to like relax. Like I need a break.
Why do some people feel uncomfortable doing anything they're not monetizing?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. It just seems like that's kind of like where it is in the cornhole community. Like I always feel like I would like when we joined a cornhole league, I was shocked at the end of the playoffs when Dave Weiser walked over to us and handed us an envelope. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And he's like, it's money. I'm like, for what? He's like, you won. I'm like, we get paid for this shit? I'm like, that's crazy. Like I thought we were going to get some plastic trophy or something. Like I had no idea. Like I just feel like gone are those days. And I feel like everyone always like the first question is like, what are payouts? Like, I just feel like
a new person's not going to ask that question, right? So you're talking about a seasoned competitive cornhole player. Somebody brand new in the room is probably not asking about payouts, to be fair. So
yeah,
that's
I would
the culture we've created.
I would also say, to be fair, like if you're listening to the show, you're a cornhole honk, and you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
But I also think the money does have something to do to draw in people as well.
Sometimes
because it's one of those like few bar sports that you can get into and like,
and everyone thinks they're great. Everyone in their backyard thinks they're great.
Yeah, they think that they can.
It's relatable.
The allure, like, oh yeah,
they all see it on ESPN.
Payout.
Like I can do that.
There's
like,
20 guys here. Shit, that's a nice little payday.
I didn't interview this or survey this, but my hunch, if I was to guess, is that if we were really to investigate this deeper, it has actually very little to do with the money and a lot more to do with how it raises the stakes. I think the reason why people let's put the pros aside, because that's, they're trying to make a living off of this.
Yeah, of course.
Just, the average cornhole player, whether you're intermediate, competitive, advanced, I think a lot of it when it comes to payouts is it just raises the stakes and creates a level of pressure that you can't simulate in your backyard. And they want to compete on a bigger stage. And they want something. I know this, only because we tried to do leagues a while back, and we had a social league and a competitive league, and the social league didn't have payouts. We did trophies, and the way, and we've never done leagues in this area. It's always just every night you're going to a bracket, right?
Yeah.
And it flopped. And I asked people like, what was it? And they're like, we just want to be able to like compete for money every night. I said, but no offense, but you're not going to win. Like, you're a social player. You're like, it's so, you're not probably going to win, but they're like, I need just to know there's a chance that I could win money every time I play.
Yeah.
Like, there's a weird psychology going on there.
It's so weird. I don't know.
I don't get it either, man, because I could be happy as a clam just winning a plastic trophy.
Yeah, but you're speaking to logic, and we're talking about emotion, right?
True.
So
Fair.
why somebody shows up and competes is more emotional than logical. Aside from, like, I'd say like a pro is probably logically going, okay, how much is it going to cost me? How much could I make? Does this make sense for my career? But if we look at the average person, it's an emotional thing that like.
And the crazy part is like of the pros, like maybe realistically 15 of them should be thinking like that.
Sure.
And the rest of them are like, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I do think you can make a living at any level, but you got to be creative with how you're leveraging your position.
You got to hustle.
Yeah. No, I don't even think hustle's the right word. I think you have to be creative.
You do.
Like, that's what I don't consider myself a hustler, but I work hard? Absolutely. But I would never.
I mean, I think hustler is somebody with negative connotation associated. But like, I still think you can work hard and still not be a hustler.
Yeah, I think so. Where I draw the line is I will work hard until it sacrifices my peace and sanity, and then it's not worth it.
I think hustling, you have to have like some sort of like swindling involved, right? You know what I mean? There has to be some sort of like malintent.
Yeah, there's got to be little skis behind it.
Not necessarily. Like, I would have considered myself a hustler for the majority of my life because I was the mentality of I'll do whatever it takes. And that sounds very noble, but what that meant was I was constantly sacrificing my health, my connections, my relationships, my peace, my sanity, all in the noble, but I'm going to make it happen. And so it excused ignoring all of my own needs because it's like, well, I just want to make sure I'm the best at whatever I'm doing.
I mean, yeah. But then you hear these stories of like these billionaires who just like never slept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, and then you don't want to put positive light on it, but I don't know.
Well, I'm not asking, does it work?
Correct.
I'm asking, is it worth it?
Correct.
Right. I mean,
Your sanity,
or
weight.
yeah.
Yeah, you can starve yourself and lose weight, but
correct.
Is it worth it? So it's like it's a way to get to a result. It is not the way to get to a result.
Do you think men or women struggle more with like finding connection and friendship?
Oh, well, it's a little easier actually, no, it's just different.
Okay.
Because men are naturally, if you go to a party, you're going to see the men are doing something physical and the women are going to be sitting around chatting. Typically, that's kind of how we're oriented. When
I'm just like, I'm trying to think, like, I'm like, I don't know why the first thing I thought of was like, well, it's not like we're at a party like chopping wood and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
We're arm wrestling.
Like we go places and it's like the minute we walk in, it's like, where's the football to throw? Or like, where's the cornhole boards? Or like, there's just something.
That's true. If there is something physical there,
I believe me, I get that 100%.
Yeah.
Like doing something. They don't want to just sit. Like, typically dudes don't want to sit around and talk, but for women that's more natural. That's the way that we connect and relax. That's how our hormones work. And then for men, with being testosterone led, they're more physical beings, and so that's how they connect and relax. So it's just, we're oriented differently. But so I think that depending on the environment, it's either conducive for one or the other.
So, okay. So is talking about like masculinity and like us puffing our chest out, is trash talk healthy?
It's always healthy if
all right, good. That's all I
done
need to
with
hear.
good intent.
All right.
Like if you're
Sean,
okay. What is good and
right?
bad intent though? Like, because if I'm trash talking, I'm obviously never cheering for my opponent to make their bag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, part of the trash talk is like I'm trying to get them to suffer mentally so that their performance suffers. So is that not healthy?
No, I mean that's completely fine.
Okay.
What I mean by bad intent is like I want to harm this person.
Oh yeah,
not
yeah,
I
no.
want to beat this person at a game.
I still want to get a beer with them afterwards. I'm not trying to get so personal. Like, you know what I mean?
You want to make them tear up at the boards.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Do you want to make them feel like absolute garbage and be like, haha, I did that to you?
Only
like,
one or two people.
Okay,
Besides
fair
that,
enough.
yeah, I was saying it's a small list, but
You probably didn't get there lightly.
I mean, knowing me, probably it wasn't even that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Very much like you can't reach down and grab your bag with Sean's throwing, otherwise, like you are the enemy. All right.
Okay. So first of all, I apologize. I got super sick when we were supposed to follow up with Joe, water bottle Joe.
Water boy.
Yeah. So how did the whole recap go?
Oh yeah, no, it was so good.
I caught a glimpse and I heard that like he thinks his old ceiling is now his floor, which was awesome to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually caught him in Cleveland, so it was awesome to talk to him like middle of his games and stuff to see how he was throwing.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
he did. He said he improved his PBR by about a point, and that was like in 3 weeks. So
that's huge.
I'm super
that is huge.
Proud. Yeah, super proud of what he did.
What sort of things were you focusing on with Joe?
Yeah, it's mostly about leadership. So when I'm working with cornhole players, the main thing I'm because I have about 12 cornhole players I'm working with right now. And I will say that the common thread between all of them is there's just not good leadership, like self-leadership. So what's happening is, so I'll give them an example. Like, okay, let's pretend you're the CEO and you have all these employees. Like in a cornhole game, your employees are who you're trusting to throw the bag and be accurate and that kind of stuff. And then you have the CEO who's, watching and there for support. If you need questions answered, resources, you need water, whatever, the CEO's there. And so I'll just ask them, what kind of CEO are you? Like, what happens when your employees mess up? And it's like, every single person's like, I'm horrible. Like, I just berate them. Like, and I'm like, you suck. And I lose all faith in them with one mistake. I'm like, oh, my employees suck. I can't trust them. They've forgotten how to do the job that we've trained for. And it's just immediate abandoning of everything. An emotional, because I gave the example once of like, what if your employee, let's say this is an employee you trust, right? Like that you really you value. Yeah. And they came into your office and they said, Sean, Dane, I lost the company $10,000. I'm so sorry. It was a mistake on my part. Like what would your response
You're fired.
Be? No.
Assuming you didn't want to fire them, right? Assuming you actually valued them and wanted to keep them.
Yeah.
What would your response be?
I mean, in past instances, I honestly, I just try to take it all in, process it. And then I've always been more of like, if you're working under me, like it kind of all falls with me then. So like it's my job to then take it to like the next level. And then like whatever happens to me. And then we'll try to we'll remedy it after that. So I've never been like
the accountability.
Yeah, I've never my rule has always been like, if you work for me, like we're all adults. If you show up and do your job, I'm not a micromanager. Just do your job.
Yeah.
If I don't have to hear stuff from my boss, then like I'm not going to bother you. So.
But how are you as a cornhole player? Because what you just described is nice, beautiful balance of leadership.
When it comes to one of the reasons, so I grew up wrestling and I was not bad at wrestling at all. But one of the problems I realized at an early age is like I'm not great at individual sports because I'm very, very negative self-talk guy. Very negative. Like, and
that's the thing though, but you know how to be a good leader because everything you just described is exactly what needs to happen in that moment. So if we go back to the $10,000 example, your cornhole persona, how would they respond to that mistake?
My cornhole persona?
Yeah, like the way you show up into yourself as cornhole.
He's like, I'm not going to fire you, but I'm going to make you wish I did. Okay.
Yeah, not good. Yeah. Like,
not good, right? But then you didn't fire the employee. That's the problem. So they're still there. And then you go back in and you're like, why aren't you performing well? And you're like, well, you just spent an hour berating me.
Correct.
And so I'm just like, I don't even know how to perform at this point. And so that's so much of what I'm working with these cornhole players on is just better self-leadership. Like you have to lead yourself. And when you have those moments when mistakes happen, and they will happen, you can train your employees for years and they're still human and they're still flawed and they're still going to have mistakes. But what they need to know is that with every mistake, you don't lose trust in them. In fact, you have to be that trust in those moments that they've lost it. So that's so much of the work for us as competitors, is not to lose trust when there's data that's saying, uh-oh. And then I give the flight attendant example. If you've been on a plane and there's turbulence, you look to the flight attendant to know, like, are we good?
Yeah,
she's strapped in. She looks.
She looks terrified.
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
Like,
oh,
wait, why
shit.
does your seatbelt go over your shoulders?
Exactly. So
Is that a book bag you're wearing?
Yeah.
if you looked over and the flight attendant was booking it to the back of the plane and strapping in, you'd be like, oh, the shit's going down. Like we have a problem.
So let
It's
me
a
ask
dead
you,
giveaway when you see her hit the ceiling of the plane too.
Is negative self-talk, is it always a bad thing?
Well, what are you defining as negative self-talk?
Just berating yourself.
Yeah, so criticism never works.
Never works, ever.
Never works. No, tough love is not criticism. So because some people like need a more gentle, like empathetic approach, and some people need more of a firm approach, like assertiveness. But it's still never because just look at the example. If you had employees, would criticism ever work to get good performance?
Typically, no.
I can't imagine it ever works.
Encouragement can work though.
Yeah, sometimes for me, it's sometimes negative self-talk, and it's always been, it's a mental reset. Like one thing I'm pretty good at is like, I can forget about what I just did. That's pretty bad. But like, I'm going to live with myself in that the bad shot for it, and you're going to punish yourself for it and it just makes you like reset almost and not make that same mistake twice.
Well, accountability is important.
It's because yourself is afraid of yourself.
I guess
that's why he doesn't want to make another mistake.
Yeah, I guess, but it tends to work. Like, I mean, golf's a perfect example. Like, if I hit a bad shot, like, I don't typically hit 2 bad shots in a row.
Typically. Okay, no, this is perfect. This is what I always tell people. Like when I'm working, if I'm doing some kind of work for them, I always say, if I make a mistake, you don't even have to tell me. I 100% know I did, and it'll never happen again. Yeah, because I'm very, very good at having, just a good eye of accountability for myself. Like, oh man, that could have done better there. That was a mistake. Next time I'm going to do that. But at the foundation of that is belief and trust in yourself.
See, that's the difference. Like for me, I'm like, you're such a fucking idiot. How did you not think of this ahead of time? You should have known this. You were in the same situation last time you're golf, you know what I mean? But then it allows me to get to a point where I can reset and be like, all right, we're not going to make the same mistake twice. So it's just a different way of getting there. But like, I've been trying to work on it. Like I really have, and it's not going well.
Well, it sounds like you have a good reset, which is the most important part. So it's like, if you have a pattern of negative self-talk, but you don't spiral in it, then you're going to have a productive.
It's only not spiraling because like I've been playing well. So like, if I'm playing well, like it's going great.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
but also like how long is a spiral? Because like, I mean, if he's still on the green, like it's happening all the way up until like the moment we step out for the next tee box. So like, is that
until I mark my ball? Oh yeah, and then that's my reset. I'm like, all right, now you're not allowed to be mad anymore. All right, now we're focusing on the next task. And then I
think it's actually somewhat healthy in the sense that you're at least not suppressing it, which a lot of people do.
It's not suppressed.
Yeah, because
Sean would have an ulcer the size of Texas if you could keep that all.
Correct. Yeah. I've never been
like,
afraid to show my emotions.
They'll say it's no big deal. It's like trying to pretend they don't feel what they feel. You're at least being honest with yourself.
Yeah. One thing that drives me crazy is I hate when someone's like, it's like, all right, it's not all right. Like if it was all right, it'd be in the middle of the fairway. It's like, it's not. Like it shouldn't be. I mean, so I just, I
don't like that either. I don't like people tell me like, hey, you're throwing great. It's like, no, I'm not. That's fine.
No, if it was great, it would have gone in the whole.
Not.
Yeah, don't like. Yeah, I hate the patronage. Like I just
allow me to say that I'm throwing like shit.
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
correct. I do also find that like it's just not the healthiest way to think, and I've been trying to just be more positive in general because like you don't want it to bleed over in like everyday life, and you have kids and you want to be a positive role model, and like when your kids are like exactly like you and your mannerisms, you're like, oh shit, God. Like I really need to pick.
I did a number on you already.
Yeah. Like my goodness, like it's crazy. Like, do you know? Like, all right, speaking of that, Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Yes,
thank you.
What are there situations like just throughout the day, or is there like one particular time like your son was doing something, you're like, wow, that's just like that is me, like to a T.
Yeah, I would say so. Unfortunately, it's kind of some of my like generational traits. Like there's a lot of anxiety in my family, and so like I will sometimes see those in him, and that makes me sad because I'm like, man, I don't want you to have to deal with that, or like a lot of fears And but the good thing is that I can recognize it, and my parents didn't have the tools to actually help me with that. So yes, I had it like them, but they didn't know what to do about it. And I feel like for my son, I can at least guide him out of it.
That's good.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Was there anything like throughout like writing the dissertation, writing the book, was there anything that completely changed your perspective on human connection?
I was just shocked by some of the stats. Like I obviously knew connection was important, and it's been a big piece of, back when I was just working with weight, everything I taught was about connection, in terms of how to lose weight. It was like, you have to connect to your body. And right now you don't like your body. You don't want to be connected to it, but you can't lose weight without it. So like everything had that connection theme to it. You have to connect to food. You can't avoid it. You can't, be afraid to eat it, and you can't avoid exercise. You have to connect it. So like all of that was the theme then. But when I started looking at social connection, because in my dissertation, you have to do a 35-page literature review with 100 sources. So I read so much on social connection. And there was this, all this data that showed like, if you don't have social connections, or if you're isolated or lonely, like the impact on your health is similar to smoking, to obesity, to like all these things. And nobody says that. Like you don't go to the doctor and they're like, your health is bad. And they're like, well, you just need social connection, like ever. Like, but it has the same impact on your health as if you told someone you got to quit smoking or lose weight.
Yeah. It's like, thanks.
Actually, you should
But
have
isn't
had
that
the easy
easier,
tip right
though?
from the get-go.
Yeah, correct.
Like imagine you walk into the doctor's office and they're like, they don't tell you to quit smoking. They don't tell you to diet. They tell you to go connect and be with people, play some cornhole, whatever. Just imagine how much better that could go in terms of like being prescribed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's way cheaper. I'll tell you that.
Certainly.
All right. So speaking of play as kid, what were some of like your favorite games to play as a kid?
Ooh, well, I was always a performer. So I was always putting on plays or singing. My poor parents had to sit through it constantly. I did musical theater growing up.
Nice.
And so I was always just music. I was always in my room singing as loud as I could.
Okay.
And then I also liked Nintendo games. Still do. Still love. Give me a Mario game and I'm in.
All right. I mean, we can get down to specifics here.
Yeah.
All right. Like, what's the go-to?
Well, Mario Kart and Mario Party, because I have a Switch and a Wii.
Sure.
Okay.
But I had a GameCube back in the day, and I would play
GameCube.
those on it. But then we got the Super Nintendo. Like randomly, Nick got a Super Nintendo from someone. Like, so this was 15 years ago. So way later. There's nothing that beats the like authentic.
There's not.
Dude, side
Mario
scrollers are the
3.
best.
Yeah. Still the best.
Yeah, the raccoon. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, for
the
sure.
best.
So yeah, we love. But Rome and I will play Mario games together. We just beat Super Mario Wonder. That one's super fun on the Switch.
I need to get that one.
My kids are starting to get to the age where they're kind of playing video games. Like they'll play Mario Kart, but they get super pissed because like I'm not the dad. I'm not gonna just let you win. Like you know what I mean.
No,
You're gonna earn your stripes. You're gonna go and we're gonna So we're gonna play.
Well, he's beating us now, so I'm actually annoyed.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then when they start beating me, I'll just send them over here, and then him.
Yeah, I'm still a bit of a gamer, so like
you and your wife. Like it's ridiculous.
I mean
like,
we're really good
savants.
at Mario
Like
Kart.
I thought I was good at it. I'm like, what the hell just happened? What's going on?
I have a running streak with like 8 of our friends that I've never lost a single race to any of them. And we play online against each other all the time. And we're going on since COVID. Like, yeah, it's been years.
All right, so that's impressive.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I went into a random tournament too and took that down. Had a arcade bar out here just on a whim. Just saw it that day. Went in, took it down.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Can't play the 64 one for the life of me though. That's my wife's jam.
Well, so that was the one. That's the one I'm pretty decent at.
Yeah,
just because
you
in
played
college.
that in college. Yeah,
Yeah, there was like
I never had a 64, so I never played on
It's
it.
the worst controller ever made. It's so hard to handle.
We
don't
have
disagree
one.
with you.
Randomly, somebody gave us a Nintendo 64.
just randomly had it. Like,
I know it is. And then our Wii, we bought like one of those SIM cards or whatever it is, and it has every Nintendo game ever
Yeah.
made.
Oh, yeah.
And so Rome's been playing Mortal Kombat.
oh yeah,
yeah.
you gotta go take him to
Like
see the new
Super
movie.
Nintendo.
Go take him to see the new movie.
Okay, yeah,
Mortal
we should.
Kombat
I
2.
think I saw that it was coming out. Yeah,
It's basically a comedy, I think, from what somebody told me.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they're kind of spoof on
For sure.
stuff, but
I mean
sure.
that's fun.
Oh, absolutely. No, I got. What do you want people to take away from the book?
Well, I think it'd be great for cornhole players to give someone that they have been saying, like, you should play cornhole, because it'll literally give the research as to why cornhole would benefit their life. So that part would be really cool.
Okay.
If you're like, if you've been trying over and over, like, you got to come, it's so fun. Be like, read this book. You should start playing cornhole. And then the other part of it is so much of our competitive cornhole players have gotten away from connection and play. It's become, the competition has taken over, and there's a lot of people when they hire me, it's because they say, I'm just literally not having fun anymore. And that's a bummer, because there's so many benefits to going and playing. If you could separate out that your local league nights are just for fun and social, and then your regionals and opens and bigger events are to compete. If we could separate it like that, they would have a much better performance and life, and it would be better experience for everybody there.
It should never feel like a job. You know what I mean? Even if it's your job.
Yep.
Yeah. If it starts feeling like a job, it's never fun anymore.
Totally.
It's just,
and it's hard. It's hard because we get so addicted to the growth and the potential, and we want progress to be linear, and it's not. So when it's not,
are you describing cornhole
night,
or a podcast right now? It's like, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
True. Well, it's true of everything.
It
Nothing's
is.
linear.
It is. 100%. It really is. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy. Well, congratulations on the book. This was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. And
of course,
I hope people get something out of the book on connection or play, or get.
Where can they get the book?
Yeah, so you can go to, Amazon, you can go on one throw at a time. Right. Or if you go to my website, I have all my books listed there.
Cool.
The other books are on weight loss. So I know it's like I'm happy about this book, because never in the past could I be like, with my weight loss books, like, you should read this.
That's so true. Yeah. That is a hard one. You should check out my books.
I got some light reading for you to.
It's very offensive.
Yeah, you can't just give that to, as a Christmas gift to somebody. You know what I mean?
No,
it's that's so weird.
I already know what I'm getting you for Christmas, bro.
That's so true.
Do one for me.
You can't buy your wife my book on weight loss. Like, that's offensive.
But
right?
you can buy it and just casually throw it on the shelf. Maybe, looking eyes will be like, what's this?
My wife has been going through, my wife's never been like a big individual ever. She was like, she swam in college. It's like, she ate like a 5-year-old fat kid her whole life. And then, after second kid, sometimes it catches up to us a little bit. So she's been on like this weight loss journey for like the last 3 months. And she's been basically like psycho mode. And it's like,
oh no,
she's lost like 30 pounds. She looks fantastic and everything, but it's like, there's just,
she's like, there's no snacks.
Yeah, there's nothing.
She's like, there's plenty of snacks. Carrots are not a snack.
I'm like, right, like, damn it.
If she read my book, then it wouldn't be like that. But once again, how do you do that?
Correct. I'm not doing that. So, but like, she does, the Amazon account is linked to her name. So maybe she just like happened to order it, but like, I don't know.
Just have it show up.
Yeah,
maybe it was a 2
buy for one. Yeah, it was buy one.
It was
get
a 2
one.
for 1. Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do? Like, it's for
the
me.
Dr. Thompson special.
Yeah, correct. You read faster than me. You can read first, and I'll read second.
But my weight loss books are about connection as well, and they teach you how to have a relationship with food, exercise, and your body, where you aren't attacking the behavior, which is the weight or the overeating or the emotion. You're looking at what's creating it in the first place. So you're going behind the behavior, and then addressing those things, those needs, and then that way the behaviors change for you, and you don't have to ever be on the weight loss journey. You're just on your own personal journey, and then the weight loss happens as a result of that.
And then if you're just in the cornhole community and you're looking for help on this aspect, they can just follow you on Facebook, reach out, DM, email. How should they get in contact?
I think my website's probably cornholemish.com is the easiest, because it has everything there. The books, the coaching, if you want to work with me on your mental game.
Sweet.
It's been really fun to work with the players and see the leadership grow. It's really fun when people are like, I was kind to myself, and it went really well. I'm like, yay, not only are you playing better cornhole, you're just becoming a better person. So
fine, I'll try it this Saturday.
Sean, just be nice to yourself.
We have a tournament on Saturday. I'm going to try really hard to be nice to myself. Dane can hold me accountable.
Yeah, be kind, rewind.
A good company.
Just correct.
Be the CEO that everybody wants to work for.
Yeah, that's true.
And can we name a CEO that everyone wants to work for?
What about Wolf of Wall Street? That's kind of fun.
I will say that I have had my virtual assistant Stacy for going on 15 years, that she's been my assistant. And that's because, like you said, Sean, when there's a mistake, I always take responsibility first. Like, oh, I probably should have trained her better on that. Like, what part of this can I take part in? And then also never berating or criticizing. Like, it happens, but like, let's do this differently so it doesn't happen again. And that is why she's worked for me for so long.
Correct. Unless you're a student, then I tear you down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't let them get too high.
Exactly.
I mean, you gotta like keep them,
especially this generation.
Yeah, keep them humble. You know what I mean? So
keep some superiority.
Correct. So, all right, folks, we'll be back next week with more audio gold. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you very much, Michelle, for taking time out of the day, joining us. I'm going to order a book, and then you need to sign it. So we'll figure that out. Awesome. We'll have you hang on just for a minute. We'll let the folks go at home. But until then, we hope you throw it straight. That's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.